I'm Glenn Weinzimmer, and let's queer up trans rights. House rejects effort to make Trump's transgender military ban permanent. The U.S. House of Representatives has narrowly rejected an effort to permanently write President Donald Trump's transgender military ban into federal law. The amendment, introduced by Republican Representative Boebert of Colorado, failed a 212 to 217 vote after 4 Republicans joined Democrats in opposition. The outcome leaves the administration's existing policy in place while preserving the possibility that courts, Congress, or a future president could reverse it. Representative Mark Takano, chair of the Congressional Equality Caucus, said, quote, "Republicans tried to codify Trump's trans military ban into law, but my fellow members of the Congressional Equality Caucus and I put in countless hours of work to kill this amendment, and we were successful. I'm grateful for the bipartisan vote to defeat this discriminatory amendment," end quote. However, this relief came with a warning. The House approved 2 separate amendments from Representative Nancy Mace that would restrict TRICARE coverage for transition-related care and bar transgender girls from competing on girls' teams in defense department schools. I did a little bit of research on it. There's actually, according to a research as far as transgender, there are only 10 professional transgender people looking to play in college sports, and there's only 3.3% of our students that from a 2023 poll that consider themselves possibly transgender as children. So the numbers that we're talking about are so small, and yet this is taking up millions and millions and millions and millions of people's minds over something that they'll never see, never experience, or never have to deal with. And I just find that extremely infuriating. They said that the NCAA reported that, like I said before, 10 out of 510,000 total college sports players. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's not even about protecting anybody.
No,
this is completely about erasing the vulnerable. It's completely about demonizing people, because as long as you create this fake war on them, it's always going to be a communist or a queer or a trans person or an immigrant or a refugee or whatever. There's always a thing. And as long as you can just keep people all stirred about nonsense, then we don't have to think about the fact that a convicted rapist is trying to act as a moral authority, that a 34-time felon is trying to act like a moral authority. There's someone who's been credibly accused of sexual abuse 26 times is acting as a moral authority. We don't have to think about that while we're fighting off the evil of transgenderism, which, as you said, we're talking about a dozen people in the world. Right. It's just it's infuriating, and it's all bait and switch. It's all bait and switch.
And it's all about fear. Yeah. If I can scare you that they're coming for you, of course you're going to get up in arms, but you don't know that the numbers are so small.
Right. Because if every single one of them came together.
And that way you go, look over here.
You can fight them off with a broom. I mean, it's not an army.
Right. They're not coming at you.
And Lauren Boebert, I know she does a lot with her hands. I didn't think writing bills was one of them, but I guess she did get that done.
We're just going to have one tonight, aren't we?
She really, she's another one, again, it's like the lowest form of politicians that are in the House that are putting these bills forward. I mean, I'm glad it was defeated. Nancy Mace is another one on that list.
Mace and Boebert, the mean girls.
Yeah, that are out there, spewing hate. Although I think that Lauren Boebert, maybe her time is going to be up soon. I hope so.
And are there any sweeter words than the amendment introduced by Republican Representative Lauren Boebert of Colorado failed in a 212 to 217 vote? Sweeter. So sweet. Like a kiss.
Right. I do hate that only 5 people did right. I mean,
the margin
that makes me sad.
Very
but
slim.
Take what you can get.
Yeah.
Well, the margin is slim, which means you need to go out and vote.
Yeah.
There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.